I'm Emily Lewandowski for IndyCar.com, standing in front of the Dallara and Indy Racing headquarters' new home in Speedway, Indiana. I have with me here Scott Jasek, co-owner of the Indy Racing Experience. Scott, thanks so much for joining me. Tell us, for the fans who might not know, what exactly is this Indy Racing Experience?
Well, the Indy Racing Experience started 10 years ago. It's a two-seat IndyCar experience. But we've grown now to where fans could drive an IndyCar here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway or every day at Walt Disney World. So our experience is now both. You can ride an IndyCar and drive an IndyCar. Plus, we run the two-seater at every IndyCar race across the country, and in this year even went to Brazil.
It sounds like a very interactive process. What are some of the steps you're doing to make that more interactive for the fans?
Okay, well, the Indy Racing Experience portion of the new Dallara Indy Racing Experience facility is going to be really fun because the front third of the building is going to have a cafe, and inside the building we're going to have where fans can learn how an IndyCar is built and assembled. There'll be a pit stop where you could change tires. You'll be able to take a ride in a street legal two-seat car. And there'll be a lot of tours going on, and we're really patterning this after the Louisville Slugger plant in Louisville, Kentucky. They've had much success down there with fans interaction. Over 200,000 fans tour the Louisville Slugger plant, so we're anticipating people want to come out and see an IndyCar built, since you think about currently the IndyCar being built in Italy, no one knows how it's done. Now, right inside this building, you're going to be able to come, touch, and feel, and so we're really excited about it.
Why specifically did you choose Speedway, Indiana to kind of base yourself out of?
Well, it's a great question. First and foremost, we're just about a quarter mile from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Secondly, the redevelopment of the street, right? So once we started talking to the town and realizing their plans for the Speedway redevelopment, we thought we'd be a perfect fit, right? So now we can build the IndyCar here, have an interactive facility, and through Dallara's relationships with vendors, this area can grow with new manufacturing and a lot of activity. If you go back just a few months ago, there wasn't a whole lot of traffic up and down the street. Today you're starting to see more, and the street looks really well. And now imagine 200,000 people coming to this facility to see the IndyCar built. It'll really help re-energize this area.
Talk about your long-term goals for the Indy Racing Experience as well as some of your short-term ones.
Okay, well, short-term, obviously, we get the facility built and ready. The interactive area, it's not going to be something that's always the same. It will change. So initially, there's going to be a lot about the new car, but over some years, there's going to be changes to the car and all. And we want to make sure we keep the facility new, so to speak. So we'll, on a quarterly basis, there'll be different type of things that come in. Maybe we'll highlight sometimes the IndyCar safety crew and what they do and all the equipment related to the safety crew. Maybe we'll do the tech area, right? We may utilize some vendors from Dallara to show how aerodynamics work on cars. And so the idea is to have a portion of the interactive area where it's constantly changing. In addition, in Indianapolis, when people come for meetings and conventions, we have a big meetings and convention city, right? Well, now they'll have a place to go that's IndyCar racing related, right? So the facility will be used for people to hold parties and so forth. Okay, Emily, to give you an example of what it's going to be like here at the new Dallara Indy Racing Experience, how about we give you a ride in one of the two-seaters right here?
Awesome, I'm all about that.
All right.
I'm not sure what fans will exactly be saying after a day at the Indy Racing Experience, but after a ride in an IndyCar, I can't imagine it's going to be anything bad. For IndyCar.com, I'm Emily Lewandowski.